It's a new time and a new era that these seem to start to come together at this particular point in history. The idea of consciousness, we have been working hard for many years now to get that accepted into the sciences as a proper subject for study. I remind all of you that for 400 years, since the time of René Descartes in the 1600s, that consciousness and science simply didn't go together. Those were notions for philosophy and theology, but not for science. It's only with the beginning of quantum mechanics in the early part of the 20th century that we came to realize that Descartes was wrong, that body, mind, physicality, spirituality do go together and interact. And that has caused late in the 20th century for consciousness to start to be accepted as a fundamental aspect of the way of our science. Now if we shift over to the UFOs for a moment, the fact that our venturing into space with our local space program and going to the moon has helped us get instrumentation in space that helped us see the universe in a totally different way, and to be able to get pictures of great distances and galaxies and galactic clusters that are billions of years away and billions of light years away. And we are starting to see how much more expansive the universe is than we ever thought it was. And the idea that we're alone in this universe and its immensity is absolutely an archaic idea that we can no longer hold on to. And furthermore, that the evidence is mounting that we have been visited by our alien neighbors for hundreds of years perhaps, and that has not been really validated yet, but the evidence is very strong. And so it's time that we as humans here on Earth start to understand and open our thinking and our doors to this type of phenomenon, and to understand that we're just one of a community of star systems and galaxies and planets that have living beings on them, somewhat like us. Let's go back 1,000 years or so, when all we lived was in a valley, for example, and didn't know what was over in the next valley. And suddenly you find beings over there trying to do much the same thing you're doing in your valley. And we're the same thing here. We just call them galaxies and planets that are a few, perhaps light years away, as opposed to a few miles across the ridge. And we have to learn to accept that that's the way this universe is put together. We have been focusing and thinking about what's immediate to us. And extraterrestrial planets and extraterrestrial beings have not been that immediate to us. Have been more concerned with how do we live our lives right here and now. And there's nothing wrong with that, except as we become more mature and we become more abundant and affluent in our lifestyles here, and more educated and starting to ask deeper questions, we start to reach out further. And this is just a part of the natural reaching out beyond our own selves to see what's beyond the next hill, beyond the next mountain, beyond the next galaxy.